How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffled Rowlet, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Today, we've got to be talking about some rumors, leaks, and all that sort of stuff. So grab a beverage, and let's get started. First things first is this post by Riddler Coon. If you do not know who Riddler Coon is, he is a leaker, or Riddler, if you want to call him that, who specifically leaked information last year for Legends Arceus and Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. So he's a confirmed guy. He gives us actual real information through riddles, right? He doesn't say directly what he's leaking, but he has real information, though. And recently, he's been posting these images where he's been hinting at what the legendaries will be for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and the most recent thing he has now for us is confirming that, because if you guys don't know this, I'm going to have to explain this very quickly. In Pokemon, specifically all of Pokemon, there's an interconnected thing going on where they can hint stuff in the weirdest ways. They can hint an upcoming reveal. They can hint a feature in the game. They can hint a lot of stuff through other means. They can do something in Pokemon Go that can relate to the mainline games. They can do something in TCG that relates to the anime. Basically, there's always a connected thing going on with Pokemon, and right here we have one of those. So he said, by the way, they are leaking Titan boxes. Now, what is he referring to here? Well, we do know that Titan is the code name for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Generation 9. That's the code names for that. And boxes is referring to specifically the box art, like when you buy the game, the box art that you'll see with the legendaries on it, right? And he's saying here they are leaking it. What does he imply and what does he mean here? Well, this is a Pokemon Masters post for an upcoming part of Pokemon Masters. I think it's called something like Ultra something, like Ultra Season or something like that. Or I think that's happening in Pokemon Go. But it's like basically a festival going on. And the Pokemon included here is one Pokemon, which is Zekrom, which is Dragon Electric, and another Pokemon, like I can't remember the full-on name of it, but that one over there is Dragon Fighting, as far as I'm aware, I think. But my point is, or Dragon and Fighting, sorry, with Zacian and all that around here as well. But my point is, okay, that they're literally hinting the typings that he's referred to in a previous post. Now, which post am I referring to? Well, if you go over here, and by the way, shout out to Soul Silver Art, our local leak analyst and part of our podcast, he kind of already has a post about this, which is about this big riddle that Riddler Coon put out. So this is the riddle, right? He showed a picture of Pokemon Masters and included all this stuff to relate to Pokemon, like Scarlet and Violet. So here's what it says. On the top there, the number 9 was implying Gen 9. The puppy real info is just a way of him to say it's real information. And then he had these gears, like you can see them up there, where it says a gear seemed to be the key. Now that's the key to the typing of the legendaries, because what you have is you have a gear for Dragon and then a gear for Fighting and Electric. Interestingly enough, right? A gear for Fighting and Electric. And he right here, guess what? He also included a picture or a character for N and Cynthia, and those are both now, okay? Look at this. They're both in this promotional, thingy, and you've got included Zekrom with the Dragon Electric and the other combo for Dragon Fighting. So basically, this is their way of literally hinting at these legendaries as well. And if you think this is something they don't do, please believe me, they do. They do this stuff often. It is a very strange way for them to hint things, but they do it. It's a very common thing with these guys. So just keep that in mind. And of course, as I said, there's a lot that could be found in this, but now it's confirmed. Our suspicion is confirmed. The typings of the legendaries are more or less guaranteed to be Dragon Electric and Dragon Fighting. Because if we believe Ku, which again, he's a real leaker, he's had information correctly in the past, if we believe him, then this will be true. And it leads us down into another thing, which is this right here. So shout out to Patani, who basically shared this. But this is from a leak that came out a while back from an individual known as the Uncle. Now, the Uncle is a leaker that has in the past given us actual real information. He is a Chinese leaker from the Tieba Baidu, which is kind of like a Reddit version, like a Chinese Reddit version, or like Reddit of the East, you could almost call it. But basically, it is a platform where, people can post stuff, and the Uncle is a Chinese leaker who's given information in the past. He often posts stuff and deletes it straight away, and somebody was able to snap up on this massive post of his with a bunch of his information, and one of the things that he also mentions is Dragon Fighting and Dragon Electric. Now, we don't know if this whole Uncle leak is real, but if it is real, then fair enough. He was also correct about it. Otherwise, what we do know is that Soul Silver has been able to break down a lot of this and already kind of is saying here, confirmation, throw out all your other rumors and say anything else, friends. And thank you to Riddler Coon. And thank you, yes, big thank you to Riddler Coon for giving us this info, because now we know that this definitely relates to the just as a little hint. And it might be crazy to you guys. Why would they hint it through Pokemon Masters? They do this stuff all the time. I know it's hard to believe, but I can't give you an explanation for all of it, but I do it a lot. So just keep that in mind. Leading us into the next thing, guys, which is this post on 4chan from Blazing Zero sharing it, saying, guys, this this 4chan rumor of Digimon. I can tell you right now, this one's definitely fake. Pretty interesting looking, though. I'm not gonna lie, with a massive tail, looking kind of like almost like a, I don't know, a bat of sorts, but it is definitely got to be fake. Just wanted to point this out because I know people might be asking me, hey, what do you think about this one? I'm going to just say it's fake. It is definitely fake, not real. It doesn't follow the Pokemon style, I feel like. Even the art style, like as much as you can see, besides the blurriness, just doesn't look like the Pokemon style whatsoever. So that's what I'm going to say about that one. Next up is this right here. So this is an interesting one. This is a rumor that was posted a while back ago now, and apparently, or not a while ago, but recently, in recent time, it was posted. But interestingly, so this predicted Season of Ultra 2 days ago. So what do you think? And what is this? Well, basically, this was a big rumor that was just randomly posted by this random person who just said, real leaker here, and I covered this one in a previous video, saying that the Pokemon Presents will be happening on the 26th of May, which is tomorrow, and by the time I'm recording this video, that could still happen. Like, I could be making this video for you guys right now, and like 5 hours from now, they'll be announcing like a Pokemon Presents for tomorrow, so keep that in mind. That's always a possibility. That always literally could happen, so just keep that in mind. But then this person also said, announcing the Season of Ultra, which I think is happening in, as far as I know, I think that's Pokemon Go specifically, but it's been confirmed, yes, that is happening. And then he has a bunch of other information, which I think we can also continue here with saying, it says direct continuation for the Season of Alola, which, yes, it is Pokemon Go, but still largely self-contained events again. No big overreaching storyline like Season of Mischief or Season of Heritage. First event introduces Cosmog, Cosmoem, Solgaleo, and Lunala, and they only get Cosmog. Apparently, they'll put Solgaleo and Lunala in the raids. Quick mention of new stages coming to Cafe Remix. Detective Pikachu 2 coming later this year, which is interesting as well. Scarlet and Violet news. The main event starts out with the pre-rendered CGI sort of trailer like Sword and Shield's reveal, but with a voiceover and title card for the starters. Then cuts to gameplay, explore the Trianta region, which is a strange name, but alright. The Trianta region. The name's, well, he doesn't like it. Shows off some Pokemon with, again, standard affair. No reference to a gimmick in this trailer. They reference periodic updates as usual for new game releases. That's about it. Have fun, chumps. But there is no mention here about, I don't know, I feel like they should then have the legendaries probably in the CGI part of the trailer, possibly, hopefully, maybe like a little hint towards them at least, I would guess. Maybe like electricity sparking from one of them and like another one just punching like, you know, with its fist into like, or if there even is a fist that it uses, but like punching something and breaking it, possibly. That's what I'm expecting, maybe. Like, but again, we don't know if this one's real. Again, it did predict the Season of Ultra. It did predict that. Okay, that is actually pretty correct. And there's another thing, which is, as somebody mentioned here, Pokemon FM, 26 was actually the number in Ku's riddle. And if you go back to what he's referring to here, I think there is a 26. I'm not sure if it's this. Yeah, it is at the bottom right there. So you can see at the bottom over there, it says like right underneath, if I move my camera here, right here it just says, actually says 26th. So it possibly could mean that we might be getting something tomorrow. But again, there's no guarantee, because remember, they could also announce it today that they're going to do something tomorrow, or tomorrow they could just drop a trailer. That's always possible. Like, it doesn't have to always be announced by them ahead of time. They don't have to give us an announcement of an announcement. They can just, you know, do it. They can just release the trailer, release the information without actually having to prepare us for it or any of that, because that's what they've been doing with all the other stuff. I mean, if you guys have been following, all the other Pokemon accounts and stuff, like the official ones, have just been tweeting out their information and putting it out without any sort of lead up in any sort of way. Like, if there's been an update to Pokemon Go, they've just tweeted it out from Pokemon Go's account. If there's been something Masters related, it's through Masters. If there's been something else like Cafe Remix, it goes to that account. Basically, everything's just been kind of coming out on its own pace, not really paying attention to stuff around it. So keep that in mind. Either way, let's move on to the next thing, which is from none less than our boy Eclipse. Now, if you guys do not know who Eclipse is, I'm going to explain really quickly. This is a person who's also similar to the Riddler. He gives out Pokemon theories, rumors, leaks, and analyses, and he sometimes has real information, but also sometimes you can't really trust him 100%. So just keep that in mind as we're looking at this. But let's get into the actual info right here. So he posted yesterday a long list of like just images and posts and said, next we go back to school. Now, initially, most of us thought this is related to the fact that we wear school uniforms in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but turns out that wasn't the case. Actually, he was talking about like how when you're a child that they teach you that if you combine different primary colors, that you can get like, you know, sort of like a new color out of it. So mixing, you know, red and violet, you get magenta. Mixing violet and blue, you get purple in this case. Mixing, well, I guess if you mix blue and red, you get violet, I'm guessing in this case. But mixing blue and green, you get teal, and so on and so forth, right? Mixing colors creates new ones. And we've all been speculating. We did a podcast yesterday where we specifically, which by the way you should check out, link down below. We did a podcast on Pokemaniacs where we specifically talked about this and tried to speculate what is it. Is it a third typing, or is it that you can switch your typing with one that's opposite to yours? So if, for example, if you are like, if you look at this like image right here, so you got, for example, grass typing at the bottom there and then bug typing, and they're like parallel to each other. So is it that you can parallelly, like in a parallel way, like switch typing? So for example, if you're grass type, you can gain the bug typing temporarily as a gimmick. Now, I already argued that I think that's a bit too complicated. There's got to be more simplicity to it. It's got to be so much more like of a simple way to do this than there is so far. And he posted a bunch of stuff saying, you know, it's that simple. You learned about it in elementary school, 2nd grade. You were all around 7 years old, yet everybody forgot such a basic lesson. What is this? And then he's talking about the color wheel, of course. Does this help a bit? Lines are extra for representation purposes, but you get it with just that. So yes, there's like a crossover by mixing different colors. Maybe we're mixing, you know, different types in this case to create a new type, or temporary new type, or temporary, as Dusty Gogo suggested, aura, as well as Camtendo suggested, maybe an aura of sorts that's going to pop up. Maybe that's it. And then he says here, that's my day, and that's what he said. The stars represent primary and secondary color blendings. Why circles and triangles, cones seems redundant. But that maybe all comes back to the logo you see right here, this little star thingy. We don't know what exactly that is, but the fact that it does have those like shapes going on in every direction, is it possible maybe that we're going to be using some sort of stones or some sort of feature where we're going to be able to borrow a typing from something else, or get some aura that gives us a third brand new typing temporarily? We don't really know. And he says also this here, almost forgot to share this, Tyler Tree colors representation have the same number of points as the field shown in Scarlet and Violet, which is interesting, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. None of that's the case here. What we see right here, I don't know if that's really true, but he does say it is. Maybe it's talking about specifically the spikes that go outside, because you do have these spikes right here that stick out, and as far as I can tell, maybe that's the deal, that there's gonna be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like maybe, or these are kind of the same though, but maybe those are like the combo of these colors makes like a new color or a new typing in this case. But we'll have to wait and see. It's all speculation. Then there was also this, which I didn't know what Wawa was. Apparently it's some sort of I don't know, like station you can stop at, like gas station. By the way, and this was about the TCG specifically, so nothing too crazy about that. And then he also said, reminder that Rhydon can learn Surf, which is interesting, because that maybe is trying to imply the idea that, oh, wait, you know, like Pokemon that, you know, maybe even a rock type might be able to, you know, get the water typing temporarily or something like that. And he says, Scarlet Violet types order on the field, and then here is somebody who actually put it in that like actual order that we see on the actual map from the real game and organize it in that way. And then I'm starting to wonder, is that going to be a thing here where we're going to overlap two to create one new one? You know, like mixing like, you know, ground and fighting to create a third, you know, a new typing, or gain a new typing if we have those two combined. That's the whole thing, right, that we're kind of curious about. And then somebody has, for those who want to experiment with different additions, we recommend a pattern without colors. And here he basically just kind of does these lines to try to do the connections to see how this could work. And interestingly enough, the part that makes this whole thing super interesting is this right here. Pokemon Go tweeted out something, and he says, haha, don't do that. What is this? Because this is the weird thing, right? If you look at this post, this is super strange. But they just tweeted out saying, time to get back outside, trainers. And as I mentioned, they love leaving hints. This is the same as I'm talking about with this right here. But this one is really, really, really on the nose, because they're literally showing you the way that you can literally combine colors into each other. This is way too much on the nose, way too much, because it's too much around colors and connection to colors and all this sort of stuff with Scarlet and Violet, that this should be dismissed as nothing. And somebody did a translation of this specifically right here. I think, let me see. I think we do have a translation we should be able to find. I just do not know exactly who posted it. But if we go to the, you know, I guess not the post itself, but if we go down here, here it is. So Pocozo here, shout out to him, by the way, basically got a translation for us, saying, still a funny post, but the sunny climate part, white light has to come from somewhere before refracting into a rainbow, right? Question mark. Interesting point there, because we are talking about this whole idea of you know, there being the idea of ultraviolet and infrared light for Scarlet and Violet. You know, one being red, one being, you know, purple violet, which is literally the opposite sides of each other in this case. And here's what he said. Here's what this says. So Pokemon Go, going shopping, sunny climate. a weird combination of three things. On the top it says, you'll never know what will be in your bag when you come home. One reason to go outside your home. It attracts some really specific types of Pokemon. Strange. The one over here that's kind of pinky. It can overheat your head. And then that's kind of like a weird combination of stuff. But it's just weird that they're using this color lapsing thing literally shortly after Eclipse posted his most recent information. Because this came afterwards. This Pokemon Go stuff came afterwards, which is the strange part. So I don't know. I'm kind of curious. Like, what do you guys think about all this? Because a lot of people have different thoughts about it. A lot of different people think, like, you know, what could this be? I want to know you guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, because that's going to be it for today's video, guys. If you did enjoy, drop a like down below. Also, by the way, guys, there is a lot of stuff that might be happening soon, so just keep your wits about you. Keep yourself ready. Also, after this, I'll be live over on Twitch. If you guys want to, like, come and watch, I'll be live after this video goes up, most likely. I'll be streaming, so you guys can come over to Twitch at twitch.tv RuffleRowlet and watch me if you want to. And also, we have a podcast now that we're going to be running, so if you guys are really into, like, you know, podcasts about Pokemon, we're doing a podcast called Pokemaniacs, which you guys can go check out right now. I think we're almost at 300 subs, but yeah, you guys can go check it out, subscribe, and, you know, just give it some love. I'll just be showing it here quickly on screen for you guys so you can see what it looks like. So here it is. The Pokemaniacs podcast is up and running. You guys can see it right here. There we go. We have a few members. Camtendo is about to hit 1,000. You guys can help him out with that. But there you go, guys. So go check out the podcast. We are 276 subs. We're going to be posting the first episode that we streamed yesterday today. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace out and bye-bye.